headed to town today. Grandma's helping me out this week for my town errands. The kids are gonna hang out with her and do a couple fun things. Hopefully we'll get in on the action. They're gonna get into the beehives. I'm gonna go pick up some strawberry plants, which I am so excited about. You're probably wondering why we're planting strawberries in the middle of September. Well, that's a great time to plant strawberries. You see, if we plant them now, then we'll actually have some nice fresh fruit next spring. But if we wait till next spring, then we'll have to pull the first flowers off and have to wait till the next year to get strawberries. This is hilarious. I was like driving on the road and pulled up behind my mom. Oh, actually, that's not my mom. About to stick a camera in that person's face. I think this is it. Here. Oh, I found it. Oh, hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Glad you made it.
Thank you. I'm so excited about these plants.
Excellent.
What's your name?
Alyssa.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for the strawberries. Let me check them out real quick.
Sure thing. So this one's Sparkle.
Ooh.
And this one is Early Glow.
Beautiful. Thanks so much for the willow.
Yeah. I love my plants. I want them to do well.
Wow, that was so fun. So not only did I buy another flat of strawberries, which we'll see how Art feels about that, I just met the coolest girl. She has a homestead. She's an artist and a basket maker and a dyer, and she keeps bees, and she has invited us to come out to her place sometime in the future to see what she's up to and learn a little something. Hopefully we'll get to do that real soon. So we're here at Arthur's parents' house, and his dad has a couple of beehives. It just so happens that he is going to be getting into the beehives today.
Well, my name is Mick and I'm Arthur's dad, and I got started in beekeeping probably to see my grandfather keep bees, and my dad kept bees, my uncle, Edie's dad, my wife's dad, and so it's just something that we wanted to do. My father-in-law called me one day and said there was a swarm at a church in Black Mountain, and I went over and picked up the swarm, and that's how we got started. We had 6 kids, and we ended up with, on a third of an acre here, having 24 hives. We did beekeeping for about 10 years here at the house. When we just had 12 hives, one year we made 2,000 pounds, over a ton. Actually, it's 2,200 pounds of honey right here on a third of an acre. I always kept my bee equipment, and I always wanted to get back into it again. So now I'm getting started again, hopefully, because I want to produce beehives that I can pass on to all my kids as they have an interest in it.
What a wonderful gift to give your kids.
Right. Well, there's so much. Arthur was saying, it was about 2 years ago when I told him I wanted to get started back again. He said, all that knowledge, because I learned so much at all that time. We kept bees, but I wasn't using it.
Yeah. Well, as one of your kids-in-law, I get to be the beneficiary of all that knowledge.
Raising bees is really hard. You have to pay a lot of attention to them, and so the trick is, can I keep them alive over the winter? That's the big thing with the colony collapse disorder, and a lot of people have high percentage of losses during the winter.
Did your kids help you keep the bees whenever they were living at home?
They did. The oldest to the youngest, and we made a lot of money selling it. We had some neighbors come in, and we would give new neighbors a quart of honey as a welcoming present, and we had some Ukrainians, and they love honey, and they told all their friends, and so we had Russians and Ukrainians coming to the house and buying gallons and gallons of honey.
And what about Arthur? Did he help with the honey?
Arthur did too, yeah.
I do remember that he has like a really nice guitar that he bought with honey money.
Yeah. First of all, we did a lot of work, so that all of them have a very good hard work ethic, and they learned the ins and outs of having a small business.
So you guys shared the profits with them?
We did. They each had shares, and so depending on how many hives they had, and they bought the hives themselves or paid them off, and we all shared the work, and then we sold the honey and split the money that way.
Where all did you sell the honey?
We sold sometimes in shops, like farmers markets, We took them to different events like dances. That Edie is a dance caller, so we sold honey at dances. Just everywhere we had an opportunity. But the best thing is when people came to the house. We had signs out by the road here in front of our house, and then down at the intersection. And people just came and bought honey right here.
Do you want to get started on your project now?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, will you show us what you're gonna do?
Okay, this is a screen bottom board that I'm putting on the beehive. This is a grid, and what you do is you spray olive oil or some kind of cooking oil on this and slide it in. The varroa mites naturally will drop down in here and they'll stick. And then the grid helps you count them. And what this is it's called integrated pest management. And so what you want to do is monitor your population of the varroa mites, and when the population reaches a certain level, a level to be destructive to the hive, and then you treat.
Could you tell us real quick just a basic of what the varroa mites are and what they do to the bees?
Well, varroa mites they're parasitic to the bees. They fasten on to the bees. Like if I had a varroa mite on me, it would be, and I was a bee, it'd be this big.
Whoa.
And you can see them with the naked eye. And they're extremely destructive. They feed on the brood, they feed on adult bees, and they just wipe the bees out. They're probably a contributing factor to what's called colony collapse disorder, which is happening all over the bee world right now. Well, I was just closing up the electric fence. We have bear problems, and this works pretty well up on the deck. And the rain added a complication. There is a rule of thumb in beekeeping: if something can go wrong, it will go wrong, but it's still extremely worthwhile.